My friends and I went to go visit my hometown friends, and we are having this, they brought up this thing, which I'd never even heard of. They all three of them, well, two of them, Mike and Alex, jerk off on airplanes. And I never knew this was like a normal thing.
Wouldn't be a Views podcast without a...
No, I asked Alex, and I'm like, have you ever jerked off on an airplane? Because we were talking about where we've jerked off.
Yeah.
Like that. This was our like 3 a.m. conversation.
Yeah.
And Alex was like, I've jerked off on a flight before. And Mike goes, oh, yeah, I would do it every time Mike goes, I've jerked off on a flight before. And Alex goes, oh, yeah, I can't do a flight without one. And I was like, what the fuck? He says he doesn't remember the last time he's flown where he hasn't jerked off. And he's visited me like 4 times in the last 2 years. So it's not like he doesn't fly a lot. That's fucking insane. He's saying like the altitude, like he has to jerk. Like I understand you get hornier on flights.
I've never heard of that.
No?
No.
Okay, because Joe?
I've never done it or heard of it either.
Oh,
never even had sex on an airplane.
Well, I think that's a little more crazy, but like when they were telling me that
I think having sex with someone makes more sense than going in there and
just doing it yourself.
Yeah.
No, when they were telling me that they jerk off on the airplane, they were looking at me like I was the weird one, and I felt weird. I felt attacked. I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm the odd one out in this story. And then I even lied to them, and I was like, yeah, I jerk off. just to cover my own ass.
You did take a flight back home,
right?
Yeah. Well, I did, and then the next day I flew back here. It was so funny. I was flying.
He's in a good mood when he comes to see you.
Yeah, I was flying back here from Chicago. I was like really late to my flight, and it was like it's the holidays. Alex is super gullible. He's really easy to convince of things. And he's like, dude, you're going to miss your fucking flight. He's like freaking out. And I'm like, oh, dude, it's chill. I'm flying Jabawi Airlines. Like, it's so nice. And he goes, oh, yeah, that sounds awesome. and like a good 3 minutes went by. And I was like, dude, did you think I was serious about Jabawi Airlines? And he's like, yeah, is that not real? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, I don't know. I don't know what you fucking fly. He was like really pissed. There was one time. There's this place. This was when we were younger. There was this place in my hometown. There's like different towns, like neighborhoods, and one is called Greg's Landing. And we were driving through it, and I told him, I was like, "Do you know the story of why they call them this? And why they call it this?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "There was this man once. He was a pilot, and he was flying. He was flying from New York to L.A. But the gears weren't working in his aircraft, and he had to come down and crash. And his name was Gregory, and he was with his wife Amy, and they crashed right here in Vernon Hills. And they didn't have enough supplies to continue the journey, so they just set up homes here, and they started building homes here, and that's why they call it Greg's Landing. And he believed that story for like a couple years. He believed that story, and that was really nice.
What'd you do when you were there? Just play video games?
No, we played spike ball. Have you ever played spike ball?
Oh yeah, I love spike ball.
I fucking bullshit. Okay, so let me set this up. My friends have.
It's hard.
It's really hard. But it's really fun, and anybody can play it. That's kind of like the fun part about it. So my friends, we were talking about how much money we have in our bank accounts. Yeah. And Alex,
Classic David and the boys conversation. And the thing is like. I actually put the guilt on the boys because obviously David's gonna have that conversation, but it's like the boys forget, like they want to have that conversation again.
I just think
because they know what it is.
So yeah, I found out that they all have the exact same amount in their bank account, $6,000. Okay. It's like $6,400. Okay. And I'm telling you this because
they're all living together.
Yeah, they're all living together. Yeah. I got them an apartment.
What's rent there?
Well, they don't pay the rent because I got them the apartment.
Right.
We went to go play spike ball, and I was like to John and Mike, I was like, let's make a bet. Like, if you beat me and Ilya, I'll give you guys $1,000 each.
Yeah.
And if we win, you owe me $250. Because I was like, that's fair. Like, I wanted to like ratio it so it's not like
it's
fucking.
Not fair at all.
Okay. Well, regardless.
Because that would mean you have $24,000 in your bank account.
Regardless, I wanted to ratio it and make it work. Whatever. We played a game and they fucking won.
Oh.
And I was fucking mind blown. So I was mind blown. This is Mike and John beating me and Ilya. Ilya's so horrible at spike ball. Ilya is one of the worst players I've ever seen. And
also, Mike and John are like bigger guys, too.
Yeah, they're bigger guys. So
I can't imagine they move as well as you
two. And they get to play all the time.
I know.
They play a lot.
I know. They play a lot. So I was like, fuck this, double or nothing. and we played again, and they fucking won again.
Nice.
Now they have fucking $2,000
Whoa.
apiece, which is huge for them. And then I was like, and then Ilya, this is the second time we lost, and every time we played, it's best 2 out of 3 games, and now Ilya's like in tears. And he's like,
not tears.
No, he is. He's tearing up because he feels like such a loser. Because
He's not here to defend himself.
No. I'm not making this up. He's like, I feel like a loser. I cannot win at everything. He's crying to me. He's like, I'm so bad at sports. Like I can't. The only sport I'm good at is running, and I can only do it in a straight line.
I'm so short, and you're so much better looking, David. Oh.
It's really funny because I wish Ilya was here to say the same thing.
Yeah.
But he's just really bad at sports. For how athletic he is, there's not a sport that he can play well. It's so I'm not fucking with you. So he's crying. He's like, we have to go again. Like, just for my fucking ego. Like, I can't do this. I can't do this again.
No.
So I was like, okay, fine. So we said double or nothing again. And this was for them to win $3,000 in total. So $3,000 each. And they were like, no way. We're not fucking playing this. We don't want to take any more money from you. Like, they're really good at that. They're like, this is stupid. Like, fuck this. This is going to ruin our friendship. Like, we don't want to take money. Right. I was like, and Ilya was like, fuck you. Fuck you. If you don't take this bet, I'm just going to give you $3,000 right now anyway. So whatever you want, you better take the fucking bet. Ilya was so fucking furious. He's like, we got to fucking play this. And we lost. We lost again. And this was the game where we were like, dead ass, this is the last bet. Right. And take it or leave it, like, whatever. So we lost, and we're like, we got to go home. Ilya's so fucking pissed. I just think it's funny because I was like, well, that was the bet that made it enough for me to talk about this on the podcast, so I'm good. So like I have a story out of it. Ilya's fucking furious, and we're walking out. We have all our stuff, and I was like, well, technically that was our last game because we dead ass. We're leaving, and I was like, how about we go back in there? And we play for $3,000. I'll give you $3,000 if you win, and you give me $3,000 if I win.
Yeah.
And Ilya's like, that's a brilliant idea. Like, that doesn't interfere with our dead ass.
Right.
So we convinced the boys after like 30 minutes. They do not want to play it anymore. They're like, we're not playing this anymore. We're done. So now we're playing for $3,000 a piece, and we lose that game. So, and that was like the final game. Like, I was like, we're going home after this. So each of the boys walked away with $6,000 from the gym that day. Yeah. Which is, it's literally their bank account. Right after we went to go get pizza, and John was late to go hang out with his family, and we're waiting for the pizza outside the pizza place, and his family calls and like, where are you? And John's like, I'm coming, we're waiting for pizza. And John hangs up the phone, and he looks at me, and he goes, really? We had to play a third game. Now I'm late for dinner with my family. We just doubled your bank account, and you're gonna fucking bitch about being 20 minutes to dinner with your family. And I called Ilya, and Ilya was like, John, if I was there, I would fucking kick your ass right now. But yeah, no, it was a big loss for us.
It's like being a bunch of 24-year-olds rolling around your old high school town.
It's the best.
Is it?
And then Ilya texted me for 45 minutes after we got to our house, and he goes, I've been thinking what to text you, but I have nothing because I'm confused and cold inside. It feels like my girlfriend just broke up with me. I'm just a hole of emptiness. I texted back, I haven't been the same since. John keeps asking me about LA, but I'm just staring out the window. Ilya goes, I was going to go work out, but then nothing matters anymore. So now I'm driving home in silence, driving the speed limit. And then he sent me a song he's listening to by Charlotte Lawrence called God Must Be Doing Cocaine. And then he texted me an hour later saying, I want to get drunk. And he sent me a picture of him in the shower with the shower just falling on him. Just the water just drenching him. It was a really sad time. But I was really glad that the money went to them.
You doubled their bank accounts.
Yeah, that's sick.
Fucking nuts.
Well, that's when I'm excited. That's why I was excited to lose.
That's so cool of you.
Yeah, and when Ilya and I were about to play the game for $6,000, I was like, hey, man, I kind of want to lose this. And he's like, are you fucking crazy? Still in tears. So yeah, no, I'm stoked. I'm stoked that the money went to them. Oh, and the best part is John went home and he gave half of it to his family.
Really?
Yeah, that day he went home and he gave $3,000 to his family. And then Mike and John surprised Alex by paying off his PlayStation 5.
Wow.
So it went a long way. It was a good loss. It was a win. It was a win at the end of the day.
That takes so long to like build up how much they had already, and you just like that's honestly so.
And
cool.
they earned it. And
They
they
did,
earned it.
yeah.
And they kept rubbing it in. They're like, us two fat asses beat you. We're so fat, and you guys are so fit. And Mike was like, that's why they're pissed. That's why Ilya and Dave are pissed, is because they're not fat like us, and they lost. That's why they're so angry. And it was really funny. They made me take a picture of the championship team. So it was them. It was John and Mike in front of the spike ball net, holding up the number one finger. Like, they made me take a picture of them. They're like, yo, can you take a picture of the winning team for us real quick? While Ilya's like in the corner, just fucking sulking.
Joe, when we see them, we have to remember to be like, yo!
Congratulate them.
Yeah, congratulations.
You should make them like a big trophy, and every year, like, you change the nameplate on who's the champion. Whoever wins gets to hold the title.
That sounds like a you thing, Joe.
It is.
I had the worst spending weekend, and then I was coming back here to fly to LA.
Yeah.
And my flight, something happened where they had to like deplane everybody, and they're like, "We got to fix this. Everyone go for a walk." So they let us off the plane, which I've never seen happen. They're like, "Go for a walk." So I went for a walk, and I got to the store, and it was like an art store. And I ended up spending $2,000 at this fucking art store during my fucking like layover. It seemed like I was so pissed. I bought this painting from Disney. It's like an original. It's
101 Dalmatians.
It's 101 Dalmatians.
I don't know where you're gonna put that.
And I bought a sculpture.
You don't have a basement with a pool table in it, so I don't know where that's gonna go.
It's gonna go like in a bathroom.
Okay.
And then I bought a sculpture, and then I bought another painting that's being delivered. I just had, because there was so much to ship, and then I bought another painting for the woman that was working there, because I asked her what was her favorite painting, and she's like, "I love this one," and then I got it for her, and that was like,
that was nice.
That was like really fun for
What'd she
Christmas.
say?
She was like, "What?" She was really. It was nice because I was like, "You don't have to wrap that one. That one's for you." And she was really excited about it. So I had so much time to kill. I was like, "What else can I do?"
You spend a lot of money at airports.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really weird.
I spent a lot.
I've never seen anything good
This
at an
weekend I
airport.
spent a lot, but it was Christmas, so I was like in the mood to like whatever. And all the money went to people that like, needed it. Like, it wasn't like I wasn't blowing it on like a television. I was just like, yeah.
You normally don't have a credit card. That's why he doesn't
Oh,
probably
that's
spend
what it
as
was.
much.
I normally never have a credit card, and this time I had a credit card with me.
Yeah.
Boy, that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's really I don't.
Now I know why you don't keep one.
I'm not allowed to have my credit card on
'Cause
me.
he loses it.
Yeah, so Taylor and Natalie always have it in their pockets when we go out somewhere.
How do you carry? Don't you have a wallet?
You have like a mini one, but you keep it in your backpack, or then he just throws it in his pocket, and that's when he loses it.
Yeah.
Why don't you put all your cards on your phone?
I don't know, because
An
I
Apple Wallet.
don't care for credit cards. Christmas sucked this year, bro.
Oh, tell me a fucking about it.
What happened with your Christmas? All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you had a good Christmas, and hope the New Year's is. I hope the New Year is a good one.
And we'll be back next week at the same time with the same great show.
And I hope the New Year is gonna be good. I say that again.
Oh.
Well, why are you laughing?
That too. Because I wasn't listening.
Oh.
I had like my own thing going on in my head.
Well, I just think it's important. This is gonna
No,
be
it
big.
is.
I don't
Right.
know. I hope this year's better.
It's going to be better.
I don't know.
How could it not?
All right. See you guys. My name's Jeff.